What's up? It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood here in sunny St. Petersburg, Florida. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling beautiful? Because I believe I have a beautiful message for you here today. I want you to get something today. I want this to get into your spirit. I want this to get into your mind. I want this to get into your heart, your soul. I need you to grasp onto this. I need you not to give up. Right. I need you not to give up. Now, you're going to find and search YouTube and Google, and you can find plenty of messages on not giving up. It's a cliche word. Don't give up. Don't give up. You can find don't give up pretty much everywhere. It's a word you'll see everywhere. But here's what I want you to understand about not giving up and why you can't give up. Because your mind is focused on the now. Your mind is focused on what's happening to you right now. Your mind is focused on what's in front of you. You understand that everything that seems to be a stumbling block for you can also be turned into your stepping stone. Let me say that again. Everything that seems to be a stumbling block for you could be turned into your stepping stone. But the problem is your outlook, you're not seeing it that way. You're not seeing your stumbling blocks as your stepping stones. You're seeing your stumbling blocks as roadblocks, as barriers, as barricades, and you use those barricades to surround your mind, putting up walls in your mind, right? Putting your mind in this box that you cannot escape from. Okay? And we need to break out of that kind of a thinking. We need to break out of that fear. I'm telling you this. Do something that scares you. Do something that you've been scared to do for a long time. And you will realize, I say something like this, that when you test your fears and see who passed, you'll realize who is the dominant and who is the winner in that test. Who has the control over who? Okay, let me slow down. I said, when you test yourself and you test and challenge yourself against your fears and you pass that test, you realize who really has the control. Okay? For a long time, my fears had a hold of me. And then I discovered that my fears, they don't have any hands. Right? They don't have any hands. So it was never my fears who had a hold of me. It was I who had a hold of them. You have to understand that I had a hold of my fears. I was the one that had a hold of my fears for a long time when I thought my fears had a hold of me. But when I finally let go of my fears, when I finally let go of the failure I thought I was going into, when I finally let go and challenged myself, when I tested myself and I passed that test, let me tell you what happened. You develop a courage that nothing can stop you. You develop a boldness that nothing can hold you back. And you need to understand that nothing can hold you back as long as you're willing to try and test yourself. As long as you're willing to go. As long as you're willing to do. You have to be willing to do. And there's a slogan. I believe I said this in another video. But you know the slogan. There's a tennis shoe company. Nike. What's their slogan? Just do it. 2017, I'm challenging you. Not only you, I'm also challenging myself. Stop thinking about things you want to do and just do it. There's a lot of things I feared in my life. And I said, I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never do that. Because the fear had a hold of me. But I'm letting go of that fear now. Now, there are some things I would suggest you not do. Not because there's fear in it, but because there's stupidity in it. And it doesn't make any logical or moral or human sense to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because you think, oh, I'm going to go kill somebody just to challenge myself and see if I can get away with it. No, because the fear of spending life in prison is real. That's a real thing. You don't want to spend life in prison, okay, for killing someone, murdering someone. So don't go do nothing stupid like jump off of a bridge and you jumping in, 200 feet, off of a 200-foot bridge, and you're jumping into water, knowing that it can kill yourself. That's stupid. That's not challenging your fears. That's just plain stupid and idiotic. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you had a fear of bungee jumping, hey, try bungee jumping. If you had a fear of ever going deep sea diving, hey, Go deep sea diving. If you ever had a fear of skydiving, go skydiving. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you fear. I don't know what it is that you've been challenged. You've been challenged by fear to do. It could have been going to school and getting a degree. I've had a fear with that for a long time. I had a fear with going to school, going back to school, because remember I told you I dropped out of high school. And I had a fear of going to get my GED. I had a fear of going to get my GED, and I realized that, man, what is there to lose by trying? And I tried. And when I tried, I developed the courage, because after I've tried, I passed. I passed the GED, and I've developed the courage to say, you know what, if I can pass that, I realized how smart I was. I said, if I can pass that, let me try something else. So I went to college. And I picked up a degree there. I'm telling you, it's all about challenging yourself. It's all about seeing that you have the ability to do what you think you are afraid of doing, but you never do it. You continuously write it down. You continuously talk about it. You never do it. I'm here to tell you, do it. Like Nike, just do it. The things you want to do, the things you want to accomplish, the places you want to go, the people you want to meet, you can absolutely do it. It's not that far-fetched. You understand? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and a guy was talking about how he's been traveling all over the world. Next to pennies, pennies on the dollar. Traveling all over the world. He's saying that there are many blogs, there are many websites, there are many YouTube channels that can show you and teach you how you can travel the world with zero money, with no money in your pocket, no bank account. There are many people traveling the world and they have no money, but they're doing what they love. They're challenging their fears. I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Don't give up on what you're scared to do. Do it. Because you will realize once you do it, you will develop a new courage to do other things. And you'll realize your fear never had a hold of you, but you had a hold of it. You have to learn to let that fear go. You have to break out of that perpetual thinking, that cycle of failure. You're not a failure. You're not a loser. Stop being a doubter of yourself and stop being a worrier, not a warrior, a worrier. You worry too much. You worry about things that's going to happen. You're a pessimist. You always think about things that are going to happen. Start being an optimist. Start looking at things and seeing the great opportunity in them and not seeing what could or what should or what might happen, what could be. Stop thinking like that. When you get your mind out of that kind of a thinking, you will realize the endless opportunities that your mind opened up to. Because why? Because you've let go of the constraints. You let go of the ropes you were tying yourself to when you thought you couldn't do it. When you let go of the I can't do it syndrome, then the I can do it syndrome opens up in your mind because you let go of the I can't. And you don't see I can't. For 2017, I'm eliminating a word from my vocabulary. I'm doing certain things, small things, to see myself accomplish the things I want to accomplish. I'm eliminating one word from my vocabulary. And you know what that word is? It is the word don't. I'm not saying anymore in my vocabulary, I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have the ability. I don't have whatever it is. I don't have. I'm not saying that word anymore in 2017. I'm eliminating don't from my vocabulary. Why don't you find a word that you can eliminate from your vocabulary? Take the words that you say and listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're actually saying when you're saying them. And hear how you are chaining and tying and bonding yourself to those words of negativity, of destruction, of you can't do something. When you hear yourself do that, say that, and think like that, that becomes your reality. It's the truth, people. It is the absolute truth. It becomes your reality. It becomes your reality. Once you get yourself, free your mind from that thinking. Free your mind from I can't to I can. From I won't to I will. To I don't to I do. And you will start to see how your mind opens up those channels When you say I do, I can, I will, your mind will open up many channels to showing you the ways you can. But the moment you say you can't, you don't, you won't, your mind closes up those channels and it allows you to not see what you're capable of doing. It is you that is doing it to yourself. Won't you understand that? Stop doing it to yourself. Stop putting yourself in bondage. Stop giving up so easily, thinking you can't do something. Stop giving up. Stop saying you can't. Start saying you can. Stop saying you don't and start saying you do. Stop saying you won't and start saying you will. You will take that test. You will pass that exam. You will pass that SAT. You will pass the MCAT, FCAT. You will graduate. You will get that job. You will get that house. You will get that car. You will get that raise. You will get that position. You will get that relationship you want. You will get that marriage. You will get that family, those children. You will, you will, you will, you will. You can, you can, you can, you can. You do, you do, you do, you do. You do have the ability. You do have the power. You do have the strength. You do have the courage. You do have the education. Searching for words. You do have everything you think you don't have. Believe that you do. You'll never give up on yourself. I promise you. I'm here to tell you. Not because I'm writing my new book. It's called Breaking Out. But I tell you because in my new book, it talks about escape the fear of failure. Everything I did, I had a fear I would fail at it. I had a fear I would fail. I was such a slave to the fear of failure. It stopped me from doing everything. And it caused me so much pain in my body, in my emotions, in my spirit, in my heart, in my mind, in my brain. It caused me so much pain because I was holding on to the idea that I couldn't do anything. I wasn't capable. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't educated. And then I said, I don't care. Screw it. I'm going to try. And when I tried, I realized who was the winner. When I came out of that alive, I realized fear is not the winner. I am. Because fear never had a hold of me. Fear never had a hold of me. I had a hold of it. When you realize that fear is not real, you'll challenge yourself to do almost anything and everything. Right now, I'm challenging myself to do a whole lot this year. New things are coming for me this year because I'm challenging myself. And when I challenge myself, those doors open. Open up those channels. I've opened up those channels in my mind when I started to say I can, I will, I do. I'm eliminating one word from my vocabulary this year, and it is the word don't. Why don't you find the word that you can eliminate from your vocabulary? And let me help you. Let me give you the word you can't. Stop saying you can't. Start saying you can. Stop saying you won't. Start saying you will. And like Nike, just do it. And you will see how all the things you say you want to do will come into your reality. That's a bet. That's a promise. That is a guarantee. And you can hold me to it. I can promise you it will happen. But you gotta want it and make it happen for yourself. Stop believing the lies of fear. Stop believing the lies of people. Stop believing the lies of man. Stop believing the lies of society. Stop believing the lies of what everybody tell you or around you tell you is not possible. I say that there is nothing like being told a lie all your life. Right? Once you discover the truth about who you are, then that speaks the truth about the people who told you you cannot do it. Once you discover the truth about who you are, then it speaks volumes about the people who told you that you couldn't do it. You realize that what they was believing for you was actually things they were believing for themselves, but they were projecting it on you. Stop making and having people project things on you. When people say you can't say, I don't want to hear that. No. You can stop all that noise. Take that somewhere else. Get away from me with that kind of a talk. Tell people when they begin to say, man, you can't do that. You won't be able to do that. Stop them in their tracks. Don't even let them finish getting the words out. Stop them and say, I don't want to hear that. Bruh, get away from me with that kind of talk. It's poison. That kind of a talk is poison to your body. You have to treat it like poison. You have to treat it like venom. You have to treat it like a venomous snake bite. You got to get it out of your system quick. Get that nasty poison out of your system from around you. People are poisonous with their words. And they can poison your mind. They can poison your heart. They can poison your spirit. They can poison your thought process. They can poison everything about everything you want to do. The dreams you want to accomplish. The places you want to go and the people you want to meet. Get rid of those negative, poisonous people. Give up on them. But don't give up on yourself. That's my message. Remember to subscribe down below. Because this channel is the no fear zone. This is about helping you come through the fears you once had. And don't forget, my new book coming out. Yeah, Breaking Out. I'll put up a release date here on a link somewhere. I'll give you all of that good stuff when I get the pre-order sales going. You can get your pre-order of the book, the copy. Promise you it's going to be a good book. But more so than just being a good book, it's just going to be a good channel, this channel. See you in 2017. Peace out.